I went 5-0, I guess sometime in the past week. I'm not exactly sure. The only changes I've made is I added Karn over Chandra. Mainly because A, everyone who watches me knows my general hate for Chandra in the current format, and 2, Karn just seems like it goes really, really well with this deck. I think I actually needed a third Karn and probably like one less Fopterist or like one less Jin, but I didn't. Wasn't exactly sure. Not sure if I want more removal. Either tooth seems kind of thin, and the sideboard basically just lets it sideboard into like a kind of like slowish control deck, but not like counterspell like tap out control. So to see how it goes. I really want this card to be good, and I really want this card to be good, so I'm excited to try this deck. Keeping in mind that, we have exemplars, we have servos, we have Pias, just a bunch of things that aren't particularly good versus Goblin Chain, and Fopterists that aren't good versus Goblin Chain Whirler, but like, the plan is to not get paired versus them. I also think I would prefer another Lyra in the sideboard over like maybe another Glorybringer. But I didn't want to alter the guy's deck too much, especially when we haven't played a single game with it. Because I am very prone to being very biased on cards. But it should be fun regardless. Boom. Join the match. Did not win the dash row. Immediately sad. Hand's keepable. I gotta say the hand's keepable when the hand's like actually pretty solid. Uh-oh. Anything with a bunch of green mana sources could be bad for me. I think I'm going to actually cycle that irrigated farmlands. Maybe I should have played the Cliff Drop Retreat. Yeah, we just don't have a lot of answers to green things in the main deck. So like, Still Leaf Champion, we have 2 answers for it in the entire deck, or in the entire main deck that I can remember. Hopefully we get a lot better post-sideboard versus it, because, like I said, our main deck options do not seem like they're going to be particularly good here. We do have some things that can potentially block it, but the big problem is he's probably going to get to a Gulta in a spot that he can protect it with a Blossoming Defense, and then we're going to be not happy. Because he can already cast Gulta this turn. That's just how easy it is to cast Gulta. He's at 12. There's nothing we can do about it. It's like 2 Fopter arrests in the entire deck. He just has it. We're in trouble. Pretty easy block on that. He's got a defense. He's got a defense. That's great for us because now if he Galtos, he has to have a second defense if we do draw our answer, which, we're not particularly likely to draw, but so right now we could block this and 3 of this, so it'd be taking 9, 14. We'd be technically alive. Technically alive is better than being dead. But I assume he has a second Blossoming Defense. Because his play last turn really doesn't make a lot of sense if he didn't. He just got Hashtag Oasis, so we're dead on board. Pretty simple. Dead on board. nothing we can do. If we crew this to block this, let's see. We could also take 5 and put 5 there. No, we're just dead. Alright. Hey, Juka. So, quick and easy. Let's go ahead and bring in basically all of our controllish elements. Why is it not letting me drag things? Come on, dog. So we probably want our land. I think I actually want these two. They often pack a lot of like Spear Harvesters and Walking Ballistas and Skyship Sovereigns. It's not good here. Well, that's nice. That's a good thing to hear then. So, these probably aren't the greatest. Hey, Nick, what's up, man? Yargle Brawl. Fly things are probably good. Which kind of makes me want these, but like maybe these aren't good enough. Still want to try to be aggressive. I'm going to take out the Metallic Rebukes. I think I'm just going to be tapping out most every turn. I think all of these cards are good with this. I don't know, maybe I can shave one of them. My mind's telling me to take out Karn, but I really just don't want to take out Karn. Everything in me is telling me to take out Karn. Yeah, everything in me is telling me to take out Karn. I'm going to take out the Pias, though. Not taking out Karn, you can't make me. I'm a control deck. Rawr. We do control things. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It's the ultimate throw deck just because Voltron. That's what those formats typically are. Pretty good. Maybe I should have sideboarded some of these artifact things out because like they probably have Brontodons and stuff. It's okay. Like it's not anything special. I guess I have to kill that. There's some chance they're mana screwed and we're probably not going to beat a 4/4 anyway. 14 rat colonies. You could run like 30 rat colonies though. Opponent should be ashamed to use this art of Land War Elf with this land. Oh, look at that card that I can't beat. Well, he got rid of it, so he either has a bundle in his hand, or he doesn't have another green mana yet. Not sure which. Could be either. Could be both. Well, there's a green land. A monument. Sweet, there's the land that I wanted. Could play the block here, but kind of hoping we'll hit a Fumigate or a Settle or something and not worry about it. Yeah, well, opponent's going off. Maybe I made a mistake by attacking. We wasn't going to be able to block, though, but who the heck knew he would have, like, double Resilient Kenra? Monument's a really good card in that deck, but, like, I feel at this point in the format that, like, it basically doesn't do what it used to do. Alright, well, we're going to destroy something here. And hope we somehow survive the turn, which we're probably not likely to. And even if we do, there's probably a good chance that he's going to play something huge, so. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I wouldn't call it garbage. It's actually kind of good for me that he did it like that. Because I'm pretty happy to trade this for it. Oh wow, I messed up. Oh, I didn't pay attention to its toughness. That was just a play error. That was just a punt. I should have threw the Hardikirin in front of it. I wasn't paying attention to its toughness. JK doesn't matter. Alright, well. He's got Heroic Intervention for his last 2 cards. He's got me really good. But yeah, that was just a huge play mistake. I should have definitely threw the Hardikirin. He can get his Resilient Kindra back next turn, which is really nice. Go ahead and play our 5/5. I think people are just experimenting around right now. I think it's going to be pretty close to like last standard, except we're going to have access to Lyra. Like Lyra and Teferi will probably make a splash. I don't think many of the other cards will. That's fine. If he's got a Blossoming Defense or something, I feel like this is a win. Especially since we don't really care about that card. Is that the 3/4? Yeah. That card could be good. We'll have to see. Not sure what that card is off the top of my head. And just keep playing our lands here while we keep bashing with Lyra the Unstoppable. This Abrade was a really good draw because there's a chance that he'll like cruise and then sacks to try to make this a 6/6. And then all he's left with is a Resilient Kindra if he does all of that. The GPG is going to be very good still. Yeah, so he has to find a way to kill us through us gaining 5 more life next turn. So he can bring us 4/4 back this turn and attack us for 6, but that doesn't win the race. He still has to find something to beat Lyra because Lyra just wins games, folks. It's kind of cool that this card can like make bad decks good. Could just make a creature here, or I can make a blocker, either one. Blocker's probably not good enough, so let's just go ahead and take it up and see if we hit a removal spell or something. Oh. Well, one of those cards does something next turn. And by one of them, I mean either one of them does something next turn. The 1/3 PT, 1 or less unblockable. That's kind of an interesting card. I don't think I've read it. Which one did you give me? I wasn't paying. Oh, you gave me Karn. Okay. I'm certainly not worried about protecting our Karn. I'm worried about putting him on a 2-turn clock. So 1/3 creatures you control. Yeah, that card's kind of sweet. I wonder if you can play that card in the mono blue Throne deck. Alright, well that card does nothing for him. He's just dead. He can't block the Lyra. That's kind of what I was saying. I feel like maybe we need a 3rd Lyra in the deck. Like Lyra's like really, really good. I don't think it's basically unplayable, Loco. I don't think it gets any worse than it was prior to the format. In fact, it's probably better now than it was in the last 2.5 weeks of the format. That card's kind of cool. Toughness 1 or less is kind of interesting too. Yeah. Rat colony. Do we want to change anything? This card's kind of slow, but it does win games. Feel like we have to hit one of our 6 sweepers to win games. I'd say we're more defensive on the draw than we are on the play, maybe. Maybe these cards aren't good enough on the draw, but we need something that can try to block the 4-5, because like I said, there's only 2 hardish answers to the 4-5 in our entire deck. I think I'm going to bring these in to try to stop like the early beats since we're on the draw. I'm going to bring these back in on the draw as well, I think. I think artifacts are just in general better on the play, or sorry, I think these vehicles and stuff are just better on the play than they are on the draw. But maybe that's just wrong. I'm taking those out. The Toolcraft Exemplars get worse too, though, right? Toolcraft Exemplar is probably not that good on the draw as it is. I feel like I'm trying to beat a control deck, so... Which one's Spellweaver Eternal? Alright, we'll keep this hand. Think it can stall long enough for us to get to Fumigate? Sorry, I'm really bad at names. I'm not sure what that one is either. Copy. Card. Oh yeah, I played that in the Wizards deck. The card's not too bad. If he plays a 5-4, we're going to be in serious trouble because we probably can't block it, or we can't get to Fumigate in time. So that means there's only like 2 answers in our entire deck to it. Well, that's not true. We can get to Settle the Wreckage in time, so yeah. Well, this is unfortunate. Just like, can't really beat that card. So we basically have to get to Settle on 4 to have a chance here, and Settle on 4 may not be good enough now. When I play this... Oh, why did I play this land? I'm such an idiot. I meant to play this land. I'm just so bad. I was going to say that there's a chance that I can block with like the Still Leaf Champion next turn or something. But now I'm just dead. I killed myself. I don't even have outs now. I don't have active outs anymore. I mean, Settle the Wreckage isn't out, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't have my backdoor outs now. So we're just dead this turn. That's unfortunate. Oh, it didn't really do anything either. No, we're just dead too. I will block you with a bunch, I guess, and see if my opponent does something silly. I assume he just pumps up the Still Leaf Champion. Alright, so the game's over. That really sucks. He was on the play and he had a turn 2 Still Leaf Champion. We just could not contend with it the entire game. I feel like that's the only way our deck actually loses to his. Doing kind of well, Boot. I feel like he has to have that Wombo versus us, which, you know, shouldn't happen a great percentage of the time. And if we hit a Settle to Wreckage, we probably win that game too. Well, assuming I haven't made my play error by playing the wrong land, but... Alright. This hand's terrible, let's keep it. It's not terrible, it's strong enough to keep. Still Leaf Champion's going to keep a lot of decks like this just in check. Alright, this hand's officially terrible if they're playing a control deck. You just probably won't beat a control deck. Won't beat a lot of decks of this type of draw to begin with, but... Drakehaven, that doesn't seem to me like a deck that this would be. Oh, not Drakehaven, it's like blue-black control. Probably don't beat that either. Well, that's cool. Yep, on to play even. I think we could have beat it on the draw. I think we would have probably beat it on the draw. But maybe not. Depends on what else was in his hand. He still had Ronus. I assume we're pretty much dead this game already. Like, we have a pretty bad matchup and a pretty bad draw. Just go ahead and let him counterspell this stuff. I'm not going to play around a sensor or something. We've only played one round so far, Roof, and we just lost our opponent casting Still Leaf Champion twice. Pretty cut and dry. Our deck only has 2 answers main deck really to Still Leaf Champion, and in the sideboard game we did not draw. You know, we didn't draw an answer to it either. It's really hard for this deck to beat Still Leaf Champion on the play. Especially if they have it turn 1. It's kind of interesting. As I just play these things, see what happens. Yeah, well that's what happens. Up she goes. Don't care if he fatal pushes this. Could have got 3 damage in safely, but I would rather just risk it and use the Heart of Kieran. Like, you'll be able to do that later anyway. Not too concerned if he kills the cart. Could have guaranteed got 3 damage in that turn though, because there's nothing that he's going to kill the Harvester with for 2 mana. Plus Karn. That's a heck of a deck. They threw a disallow away, so that means he certainly needs lands. Sure. Alright. Counterspell this thing, see if we care. Alright, counterspell this thing. Fair enough, Cast Down would kill it. I don't think Cast Down is going to be a real popular card though, is it? Because like, Cast Down's not super good. It's like pretty medium. I probably wouldn't even play it in blue-black, or I'd only play 1 or 2 of it. Opponent type Jesus Nice, so I'm guessing he's just got something like a Contempt here. And that's it. Cast Down does not kill Lyra. Cast Down does not kill a lot of relevant cards that you have to be able to kill. Like if your removal spells can't kill things like Kari Zev, I don't understand how you think you're going to beat Red Deck wins. Or if they can't kill like the Green-White Legend. And so on. I don't remember what it's called. I think Cast Down's overly hyped. Like, he'll see some play, but I think it'll be a 1 or 2 of him most decks. Most decks that play it anyway. So he's got 7 mana now. I could just play this and let him counterspell it and not care. Or I could play this and let him counterspell it and not care. I think I'm just going to play this. Our opponent's kind of already showed that, I guess I'm going to play around Censor just for the fact that he has Azcanta now, but like I probably shouldn't. So he didn't have a counterspell for that. Just going to attack with them all. I don't much care if he has a Gear Hulk. If he like has a Gear Hulk and a Contempt, I'm just not concerned about that. So there is a Cast Down. You guys are right. There's a Cast Down. And then there's a Fatal Push. And then he's down to 1 card with an Azcanta, which is a lot. Yeah, Shauna. That card. That card's really good. Goblin Chain Whirler might keep those green decks down, but wait. Did I not? Oh yeah, okay, so he had 4 lands, sure. I'm actually glad he did that over using Search for Azcanta. We're going to use Search Main Phase, and it gives us an idea of which one of these we're going to cast. I like how I say give us an idea of which one of these we're going to cast, when we technically can't even cast this unless he plays something. Yeah, well, we know the Karn's going to survive, and we know the Karn's going to make a big boy, like Loco Dope just said. Ah. How cool would 1 more land have been? He could cycle and just look for a counterspell, but I'm just going to cast our 8/8. Yeah, I thought that deck was going to be really good because it dismantled me so quickly, but then I realized like it doesn't have any good 2-drops. Like, anytime that you don't draw the Sapperling Raise the Alarm, you know, like, sure, it's got the 2-drop Lord, but, like, playing the 2-drop Lord on turn 2 is not impressive. You need to do, like, the Raise the Alarm on 2, the dude that makes a token on 3, then, like, Slimefoot and or a Thallid on turn 4, or, like, some combination with, like, the new Song Saga, and then, like throw a whole bunch of things out on those turns, but like if you just played a deck like I did the other night, there's just not enough good turn 2s and turn 3s for the deck to be super competitive, I don't think. But what do I know? I don't know anything. I'm a hillbilly. I'm a hillbilly with a Thopter Arrest. And a counterspell. And I'm making a 9/9. I don't actually understand Mono Red GPG at all. I don't understand how going to Mono Red to pick up like Goblin Chain Whirler and making it so much harder to fill up your graveyard and making your deck itself so much more fragile is worth it over just playing like Blue Red GPG. Also, GPG in general, it's not going to be that great versus Lyra, because Lyra stops your combo shenanigans. Alright, so opponent is playing black, blue control. I guess we're going to bring in this. I guess we're going to bring in this. I don't know what to take out. I'm going to take out the Toolcrafts on the draw. No, I don't even want to take out the Toolcrafts. Rowdy Crew's kind of cool, and I spec'd on that card. But like 16 copies of it, and I'm pretty sure I was super wrong to buy those copies. It does if you kill him and buy it back. You just don't have a whole lot of ways to kill him. Maybe I can just take out the braids. I don't care too much about a Torrential Gearhulk. I'll leave in the Fopter Arrests because they're at least good versus Scarab. That's the one thing I do care about. But maybe I actually need the braids too because he could have something like Gifted Everborn. And that could cause a problem. Is this card more cute than good? I'll bring those back in onto play, I guess. Yeah, I'll bring those back in onto play. Actually, bring these back in onto play. I think he's going to have things like Golden Demise now, so. Rona? What is Rona? I don't know what Rona is. Alright, I'll keep this hand even though it's like pretty terrible. I have no idea what that card is. Another lands, certainly not what we wanted in our 24 land deck. I have 6 out of our first 8. He's got his best 2-drop. Hopefully we can draw an artifact 2-drop. We did not. That's kind of a card. I say the ones I have for 60 cents each. Alright. We're just not getting anywhere. Like I said, this hand was pretty terrible, but I do think it was a keep. No! You killed our friend! What will we ever do without this guy? Sometime next month. It's a couple of weeks away, I think. Just gonna tick it up if this resolves, but he's got a counterspell. He may counterspell it. Commit it. It's not too bad for us if he's committing it. I guess he's planning on field or ruining it away or something. I think that's limited, but I won't swear. We'll look it up. I'll look it up. We're not really doing anything in our game anyway. Let's see here. Event schedule. It is... Yep, nope, you're right. It is bringing him on 10th through 13th, so 2 weeks away. I guess I'll get another what? Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. Well, technically there's multiple major events this weekend. There's, but it's limited for the GP and it's Team Trios for the, SCG, but like, there's also a Magic Online PPT or PTQ this weekend. And I think that'll be pretty format defining. He shuffled my deck and we drew it back. You gotta love it when things like that happen. I cast Karn. Guess I tick it up. Probably get a land out of this, but a lot of people consider the classics at SCG's major events. I personally don't. I do, however, consider the PPTQ, or sorry, the PTQ on Magic Online as a major event. So I guess he's just going to contempt this thing now, and I'm going to be sad. What was the other card exiled? A Fopter Arrest. So there's only one of those left in the deck. Goodbye, my friend. We will miss you. I'm not getting anywhere this game. We have saw 10 lands and 15 cards, though. Cycle this thing. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting card. I play you. I should have played a land, I think. I feel like I should have played a land there. I'm not casting the Toolcraft Exemplar because I'm afraid of Golden Demise. We'll leave a little in the tanks. Teferi's, I mean, it didn't really get any better. Lyra makes it some better, but not a lot better. Silhouette made it a lot better, though. Well, opponent's still really far ahead, though. Another land. We're running out of those. That's 11 we've saw in 18 cards so far. I know he gave one of them to us with the Field of Ruin. I'm just saying in the total amount of cards we saw. We technically didn't get to draw that card either, but... Opponents hit about that many as well, but his deck needs the lands more than ours. Yeah, Lyra's a real card. She has the ability to make bad cards good. Or bad decks good. Oh, do you saddle mount? Depends on what type of aggro deck it is. Versus mono red, I probably sideboard them out. But it depends on how good you think the minus ability will be. Like if it's one of the slower decks where you're going to be like bouncing Rekindling Phoenixes pretty often, or whether you're going to be bouncing big threats like from like mono green, then it's probably a little bit better. But in general, sideboard them out versus a lot of the all-in aggro decks. So this thing's gonna die. Befuddled on the stack. Wait, he didn't kill this, so that means he has another moment, I guess. Or another Golden Demise. Because he hit a moment. Yeah, I guess he just has another one of those. So this game's going perfectly for him. Yeah, the more I think about it, I think I'd rather have History of Benali in this deck than the Pia. I know it's worse with the Karn and worse with the Thopter Arrest, but I just think it's that much better of a card. It's worse on the mana too, I guess. But like almost all of our lands produce white. It's going to be pretty hard to win this game now. We're not drawing our sideboard cards either. Or not our sideboard cards. Like our Scrappy Scroungers and stuff are our best cards in a match like this. I assume at some point I'm just dead. Oh, right on time, Scrappy. Now I can't press the F6. Sounds pretty good. My limited pool was pretty bad, but I did open a full Moldrafa and a full Dampening Matrix, which have made me over $80. So that's a win. Could save that with the Braid, but I would rather just save the Braid for the Torrential Gearhulk to delay the game. There's another land for you, pal. Saw 9 spells and 22 cards. 9 spells in 12 turns. Is Temporal Sundering the Time Walk effect? Sure, somebody will want that thing. Hey, it's Time and Ice. That card's really good. I beat a guy that had 2 Sillaways, 2 Icy Manipulators, a Time and Ice thing, and something else. Oh, and the big 8 mana, like, or I guess technically 10 mana, put your stuff in your hand type card. What did you use that? Alright, well, this is our last card, friendo. That deck needs to be banned. No, they get to kill us in 4 turns. Or less. Top. One of the cards was on top. No. This game's been over for quite some time. I want to play it long enough to see if he shows me a Gifted Efferborn or something, though, because if he doesn't show me a Gifted Efferborn, I can take these Braids out. I don't believe in playing 3 colors or splashing. I'm so weird. Oh god. Yeah, so we get one more turn. Moldrafa is a really good card, though. F a Mythic. I had a Weatherlight. I think that was the best card in my pool. I think I had 3 or 4 things that crewed it by itself in my whole pool, but somehow it kept getting crewed and it kept entertaining me. Uh-oh. Karn wanting to come down and do the nasty. Guess I'll tap these two. Don't counterspell my Karn. That would be horrible. No. No, my pool is very, very bad. I would rather play 1 or 2 or 3 bad cards than have bad mana, though. Like, mana's the thing in the game I worry most about. Alright, well, we got smashed. Guess I want these back in. Just gonna take these out. Maybe I should hedge and keep 2 in. Actually, maybe... I'm gonna bring them in over these, I think. I want to get Golden Demise out, and he showed us multiple Golden Demise. Oh yeah, no, I'm big into no splashing. Like, it's one of the biggest things I preach at my local store. Also preach that, like, people open these pools and they have like a bunch of grizzly bears and like decent 3-drops that can attack. And like, that's just not how limited games typically end. It's okay to do that in draft, but like in sealed, games typically last so much longer. Alright, we'll keep this. We drew one of these braids again, even though we sideboarded a couple of them out, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. We'll go ahead and cast Scrap Heap Scrounger on 1, assuming he doesn't have black mana untapped. If he has black mana untapped, I'll go ahead and play the Heart of Kirin, but I want to play around Fatal Push if he has the ability to Fatal Push. Yeah, so I'm just going to play the Scrappy. Because there's no guarantee that if we hold it for another turn that it'll even be able to attack. Yes. Yes, I have. When it was actually in Tempest. It depends on who you ask, Max. I think I'm like the 3rd or 4th best player in that store, but like the people from that store seem to crush all the other semi-local events. So maybe I just underrate my store, or maybe the other stores are just a lot worse. I don't know. I would answer your question that I would say my store is not competitive, but I don't know if my store would agree. I'm just gonna cast this one. I'm gonna cast it off this thing. Wait. Because if he counterspells, I still get to attack this way. But to my knowledge, there might be one person that's made day 2 at a Grand Prix or something, and that's if you count the weird Grand Prix to where they had like an extra weird round or whatever. I don't think anybody else has made day 2 of a Grand Prix. I could be wrong about that. Some people went deep in some SCG events, but I don't even think we have a top 8 from an SCG event. Interesting. Making the same play I made last turn. Again, if he counterspells it, I get to attack with this. And if he untaps and plays Golden Demise, there's like a chance that I get to resolve either the Karn or the Zalid. Yes, I know that's not how you pronounce it. Yeah, you're not my local store though, Nick. You're a store that is semi-local. I'm talking about like the pastry boys and gals. I guess we have female players. I shouldn't be sexist. I know like Jody, a bunch of people from like the Cav and the Hobgoblin area of Day 2 Grand Prix. No! Karn! Come back to us, Karn! But Karn! You were our favorite Karn! Well, that really just ruined my plans. Ruined my plans. I said ruined, whatever. So we probably lose this game now. I've never gone to anywhere, Max. I am trash. I saw Hoogland time out Mono White Heroic today in Pauper when he was playing Boros Monarch, which was one of the slower decks to play. It was kind of impressive. Oh well. I guess this thing probably dies now. I am definitely not that good of a player, but thank you. And that duress smoked me. But yeah, if he doesn't have an answer to that, I guess that could be good for us. Do have a braid for a Gear Hulk, which is nice. Definitely not good. What you doing, opponent? Bantu's Last Reckoning. Well, it's not something I expected to see cast versus me. You got me, opponent. You'll probably have an answer for this, too. Our opponent has 6 minutes left, but I think he has plenty enough time to win. I think we basically have to draw one of our Spire Bluff Canals now to have a chance. And that may not be good enough depending on what's in his hand. Well, that card certainly does nothing. He is, but he's got all the momentum, so. Maybe this card will resolve, who knows? Whatever, I'm gonna cast it like this. I'm probably not even going to go to my RPTQ. I don't have black mana. I can't bring it back. It was in fact a Goatend Atrocity. Never said it wasn't a Goatend. I simply said it seems kind of ridiculous to, like, complain about a Goatend when the possession that set up that play was an obvious out of bounds, and the rules allowed the out of bounds to be reviewed. The rules do not allow the goaltend to be reviewed. So, like, how can you complain about one and not the other? Like, both of them were huge, huge blown calls. And it makes no sense to me. Especially because in real time, seeing that goaltend wasn't particularly easy. And like I said, it's not a reviewable play because there's not a stoppage of the clock. Though the out-of-bound play is 100% reviewable because of the stoppage of clock. But they both got favored. Really? You have another dress? I swear I don't even think Duress is particularly good versus me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Duress is a lot better versus me than I think it is. I'm just going to cast it. It lets me win next turn through certain removal spells. It lets me get crushed next turn through a moment of weakness, but... if he'd had a Contempt in his graveyard, I would have waited. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. We'll just go ahead and get our island. Imagine if we had a Swamp in our deck. Imagine if he just turned these on, there was like an errant Swamp in our deck. Dominaria cards should be legal at Friday Night Magic tomorrow, yeah. I'm a LeBron fan, Max, not just a Cavs fan. Don't you find moment of weakness, friend? If you do, we have to top deck again. He found nothing. The whiff! And we got there! Woo! We're going to draw another black manaless Scrap Heap Scrounger. Maybe we should have just a random swamp in our deck. Nah, the random swamp seems stupid. I really want a third Karn in the deck. You think we can cut a Jin for a third Karn? Yeah, anime's almost unwatchable. And I'm not finding anybody in real life. Screw Fortnite, Al. You gotta be playing League when I get off so I can watch. Hey, Gonzo. I think that's the first emote you've thrown up. Thank you. I remember back when Al used to sub to me. Now he like probably gives his money to Old Man Swag or something. It's not even Twitch Prime affiliated anymore, it says. Hey, QTL7, what is up? I don't think we can keep this hand. We can definitely keep this hand. So our opponent and I both mulligan. I like some old animes. I like Golago 13. But for the most part, I'm not a fan. A lot of people keep telling me to watch One Punch Man. Like, maybe that's your cup of tea, I don't know. I've never saw it, but like a lot of people tell me it's good. It's another blue-black base control deck, which is just weird to me. So since he has Fatal Push Man up, I'm just going to go ahead and slam this one. We get really uneven pairings. Like one day we're getting paired versus 3 and 4 control decks. The next day we're getting paired versus 3 and 4 and 5 aggro decks. I think I'm just going to cast this. I feel like these matches are just terrible for us, though. Like, I definitely picked the deck we played today because we got paired versus, like, 8 aggro decks out of our last 8 rounds or something prior to today. Alright, I guess we'll lead with this one. So some of these are going to get killed here. Maybe both. Who knows? Sure. So weird. Actually, don't think Dominaria is too different myself, but what do I know? Alright. So that's a problem. This is definitely a problem. So I could sack one of these, attack with all of these, get in 3, 6, 7, 8. Or I could cast the servo and get in for 4. I have no idea what Murph said. Wasn't paying attention. Should unban Murph. No, I don't know how. I don't care that he insulted me. So putting servo on the table or attacking for 8 better? Thank you. Just gonna play this. Maybe I can attack with this too. Do I care if he buys this back? Him buying this back seems like it does nothing. That spends the majority of his mana and gets him a 4/4 that can't block. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care if he gets that back. If he has a way to kill the Pia and buy it back, that would be a problem, but that's how you get poor communities. What in the world do you actually do? 1 mana to sacrifice an artifact, so that's nice. I'm an important Twitch member. I assume we're running on very thin outs now, assuming that he has anything. He could just not have much. Oh. Let's start with that. You resolve. Please? Please. Please fop to arrest. Do you resolve? It might have been better to attack and fop to arrest post-combat. Because if we fop to arrest post-combat, the odds of him being able to kill something this turn probably weren't high. Curious what our opponent has for his last card. Because we're going to run the same playback this turn. Of no god attack with a bunch of lethal threats. So he can't buy it back, but he can gain 2 life. And I can't pump it, so I'm going forever, my friend. That puts him at 5, so he's technically dead still unless he has something. Pretty easy for him to have something here, though. Alright, we beat the Scarab God. What do we got here? This one play. You agreed to work at a PPTQ? Or a PTQ? I remember when I used to play Unsummon in Blue-White Approach. Those were the days, my friends. Those were the days. Such a lovely days those were. What do we change here? I think I want this, and I think I want this. I don't think I really want to change anything else. So hard to decide what to sideboard out. I'm just going to take out these. Going about our day. Stop hating, Parliament. This deck looks great. It needs a third Karn. It needs a third Karn. I will admit it needs a third Karn. Hands are great. That's unfortunate. Opponent's probably going to kill our baby. Please don't kill Exemplar, baby. Nice. Opponent did not kill Exemplar. Would really like you to resolve, because I would like blue mana. Well, that's why you sell them to the Ray. That's unfortunate. Our aggro deck does not have another aggressive threat. Guess I'll play this one then. Maybe we'll get to rebuke something sweet. Lyra is insane. Goodbye, Jin. Sorry that you're not going to resolve. Or if you are going to resolve, you're just going to like immediately die, but that's fine. Our game 2s versus these decks, our game 2 draws versus these decks have been horrendous. Don't you dare Vraska's contempt this guy. He's our homie. Rude. Oh God! We can't beat that. Wait, what? You're giving me my artifacts back? That feels great. Thank you, opponent. I don't think people misunderstood Sully at all. I think Sully was just really, really wrong. Goodbye, my friend. You will be missed. That card's a card. I play you. I tap my mana correctly. I play you. Oh no, our opponent is going to cast a Gear Hulk. What will we do, fam? Actually, he's not going to cast a Gear Hulk. He's just going to tap 4 mana for a Syncopate? Eh, whatever. I will protect you. Just so I can attack a Teferi for 1 more little damage. We have the green-white deck's what I plan on playing next, and it'll depend on how late this league goes. So we know the card we're drawing's Heart of Kirin. Kind of just hope our opponent plays a Scarab God here and does not have a counterspell. If he's got like double removal, that will suck immensely. Feel like he has double removal. Yeah, he does. We're just not going to win. Teferi's going off. We don't have anything in our deck to really fight the Teferi either. Now I'm drawing this Heart of Kirin that I don't even want. It's proven to be very bad this game. How does Storm beat just counter spells? Hey, you untapped one of our lands. Thank you, pal. Just not sure how Storm beats just counterspell. The deck's so slow. Right on time, Mountain. We'll go ahead and play you. Drawing about half lands, half spells again. It's not working out well for us. I tried to play Storm. I wanted to play Storm today, but I couldn't understand. Just couldn't make it work. Like I was goldfishing turn 4 kill or turn 5 kills and turn 6 kills, and like the aggro decks can goldfish turn 4 kills, and the control decks were just beating me with like 1 removal spell. Hey, it's Karn. You probably won't resolve, friendo. I will tick you up. We'll tick you down. We'll kill Teferi this turn. You just wait. Just wait. Teferi's dead. Unfortunately, this thing's not going to die. I will crew you. Don't you dare kill my Heart of Kirin, pal. We did it, fam. We did it. We killed Teferi. Alright. I don't know what we're supposed to do from here, but we killed a Teferi. We have 3 blockers that can protect our Karn. Is opponent playing blue-black splashing for Teferi? That's kind of neat. I don't even hate that. I actually just think that's cool. If he plays something like, oh god, if I was gonna say if he plays something like Approach of the Second Sun, I'll be less impressed by his deck. I'll just think it's bad at that point. Golden Demise, you say? Well, I guess I'll try to protect my guy. Wait, I don't want to remove a loyalty counter. I want to crew. I will block if given the opportunity. I am not giving the opportunity. That's the second time he's just cast a fairy and minused it. Which makes me sad. No, we don't have mana. Alright, we're done here. I've had enough. Next. I think I'm just going to bring these back in. I think I'm going to bring these in too. I just like bring all these like really big things in that don't do much. Like, this is kind of a 5-drop, so let's not put a 5-drop in that we can never beat. Get rid of all of that. Just pure aggression. Actually, let's just bring in an extra land. Pure aggression. He's not been particularly good, I have to admit. God, but look how bad our hands are. I mean, no hand's particularly good when you're drawing hands like this. Like, no card's going to look good when you're drawing hands like this. The problem is, like, I have to keep these hands. They're too good to mulligan, but, like, they're so bad that you can only win the game if, like, insane things happen. Just not very likely to win the game with this hand. Do I resolve? My name's Pia. I do resolve. Articuran says, do I die? Articuran cares not if he dies. Articuran is an all-star. Doing sideboarding. Had enough of your BS. Didn't want to play anymore. Alright, so it's kind of interesting. Don't think I want to play this unless I can do the Metallic Rebuke to go with it. So we're going to start by trying this. Then I'm going to attack. Can't think of what he would play on 4 that I care about, so I'm going to go ahead and pump this and let him use his removal spell or whatever. Not that worried about it. I don't know what he would play on 4 that I care about. Like, I wouldn't counterspell a Golden Demise, so it seems like there's no negative to trying what we just tried. It's definitely not a better Bladeslayer Angel, is it? It's another Baneslayer Angel. I think the legend rule is actually relevant. I assume he's going to kill this. And that we're going to be sad. We're not going to be very sad. Dargans. Alright, so now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to attack. Karate chop. I think legendary text is very relevant. Being able to just cast 2 of those things used to be unbeatable. You can't do that anymore. So I have to be careful now. Like a syncopate plus a moment of craving probably beats us. I have to hope they don't have it, because we don't have anything else. And there's the syncopate, so that's probably game. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of syncopate in this match. Not a fan of syncopate in standard. You didn't play when Baneslayer Angel was worth $50. It wouldn't have been worth $50 if it was a legend. It would have been like stone. It would have been good. It would have been great, but it wouldn't have been a $50 card for a reason. I play you. Maybe it'll resolve. This is just a big Gear Hulk. Alright, so we're not going to win this game, I don't think. I don't know how we come back from here. Guess he's going to target Pia with that. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and put a damage on this. I'm going to say that's more valuable than worrying about trying to protect the Thopterist. Had a pretty decent draw this game, too. They even missed a land a turn, I think. The Sweeper plus Syncopate was just too much for us. Tapping mana now, so I guess I have a Scarab God, too. Alright, well, rough. This card is just majorly underperformed. And if this card's underperforming, we probably don't need the blue cards at all. We should probably just be playing red. Or, sorry, black. I think people overrate Gearhole or Syncopate, but I think Syncopate is a playable card. I guess we have to mulligan again. We'll keep it and hope we hit some mana at some point. Done a lot of losing this week. It's cool. Like 40 seconds in, he's not even played his land. We're in for a speedy one, folks. Well, I don't know if he's playing GPG or Wizard Aggro, but I'm not sure our deck beats either of them, and it certainly doesn't beat either of them unless we draw the red mana. Well, we know which one he's most likely playing now. That's not good for us. So in our first hand, we had all white spells and no white mana. In our second hand, we all had all red spells and no red mana. Game's probably over if he just has land. Game's probably over if we... Well, he'll certainly have land. Maybe he'll prevent 3 damage. Who knows? No. Oh well, we tried. We hoped. We just didn't draw our land. What can you do? It's basically a 2-color deck. The blue's an irrelevant splash. Like, if this was just a 2-color deck, these wouldn't be mountains. They would just be plains. So that still wouldn't have affected our draw at all. Like, these would just be basic plains if this was a 2-color deck. I don't think it was ever the best deck in the format at a single point, so it's kind of odd to me that you think it's still the best deck. Oh! We're still dead! But we got there. I probably shouldn't even have showed him red. The deck was fun. Like, it was a very, very good deck, but like, I think the green-red deck had better matchups across the board and won the heads-up match. Like, I think losing to mono red was a serious negative to any deck. And blue red GPG did not beat mono red. I will never call a deck the best deck in the format if it can't beat mono red, because mono red's always going to be, even when mono red's bad, it's still going to be 10 to 15% of the format. That's when it's at its worst. I should have made Hardikirin a dude there. That was a play mistake. Green red is just not good anymore. It's probably never good. But it's certainly not good now. That being said, if I was going to a tournament tomorrow, I would consider playing it. Like, it's just got a lot weaker versus Lyra decks. Like, it's never going to beat Lyra decks. I don't know what the best deck is. Like, the best deck could just be a GPG deck now. I was just making a comment that I don't think it was the GPG deck before. It could very well be GPG now. I also don't think it was before now. I've not played that many either. Like, it could be the best deck now, I just don't think it was prior to Dominaria. I think it was among the best decks, but I don't think it was the best deck. I actively think that format was like mono red was the best deck forever, then blue black mid, and then yeah, and then it went from blue black mid to Sultai Snake to green red dinos, I think. Now, not all of those decks caught on popularity, but I believe those were the best decks. This isn't a braid deck, so clearly I'm wanting to draw a braid. So I'll tap that, and this, and we'll cycle this. Offer him the Pia trade because I don't value the Pia. You'd think that'd be exactly your style. I think it was the best deck in the format for a couple of weeks there for sure. But, and again, these are my random opinions. It doesn't mean I'm correct. Oh, there's a gate, so the game's over. He's got multiple combat celebrants in his graveyard. There's nothing I can do. Guess he could mess up. Somehow. But that doesn't change too much. It doesn't change anything at all, does it? I mean, we're certainly not a favorite anymore, but like maybe if we top deck exactly a braid, we're back into the game. Assuming that he doesn't hit good off the Champion of Wits. No, it's just wrong. We're just dead, right? Yeah, we're just dead. Because he exerts this, he untaps, and we get hit for 8. Yep. He exerts, we scoop. What is fish? I don't know if I know what fish is. I think these are good in this type of match. I also think these are good in this type of match. I think cards like this are bad. I think cards like this are bad. I think all of these X1s are bad versus the Walking Ballista deck. Which puts us at a serious problem since our deck is basically X1s. So like maybe these aren't that bad then. We'll just get these the hell out of here. Like literally get everything out of our deck that can die to a Walking Ballista. That we can. I don't know what fish is. What do you know? This hand's stone unplayable as well. Alright, we'll keep it. We are not running well at all with our opening hands today. Yeah, I definitely need another Karn. Me not having another Karn was a big mistake. In my opinion. Oh boy, it's Wreckage Settle. Maybe we'll draw a creature. There's not a lot of creatures in our deck. Sideboarded out about 1,000,000. He brought in a Braids versus me? Wow. I do not bring in this card versus hardly any friggin' thing. Because there's no reason to like make your deck worse. Like what you do wins. Why do you care about like stopping your opponent from like doing something? That'd be too many 4s and 5s, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and counterspell that because I think that card's actually insanely good versus me. I don't like bringing a Braid in versus anything else that's not basically GPG. But opponent's pretty far ahead right now. If I was going to play an Oath of Teferi deck, I think I would actually play... What? My opponent's sideboarding doesn't even make sense to me. I have no idea how these cards are right to bring in. They actually just don't even make sense, do they? Like, this card should theoretically do nothing versus my deck ever. This card is not good in Standard. People's win percentages will go up if they stop playing it. Should be played basically out of the sideboard of Mono Red, maybe the sideboard out of Green Red Monsters, and pretty much nothing else. Maybe the sideboard out of Mardu Vehicles. Cool. It's gonna beat us. Another siege game? That's insane. Yeah, sure, you're gonna win. Opponent has drawn more siege games than we've drawn, or than we've played creatures. So that has to help. Actually, don't have an answer to that card up there either. So if he attacks with all of these and his hand's like not very good, maybe we can just play Jin and come back. Seems like real unlikely things. He's not mono red goblins either, like we saw blue cards. He apparently doesn't have blue mana though. It's just mono red goblins splashing for yeah, so we're dead now. I have no else now. He's mono red goblin splashing for Champion of Wits. That doesn't sound good either. You're like splashing for Champion of Wits. That has to be actively bad, right? So there's not a card we can draw now. And we sideboarded wrong. Doesn't seem like it is, Reggie, but we thought he was a different deck too, so that really affected sideboarding. If we hadn't got screwed game one and actually got the sideboard correctly and bring in Fumigates and stuff, like, we're probably a monster's favorite. If we just draw Lyra, we probably can't lose to that deck either. So like we have to be a pretty large favorite, I think, in that deck versus that deck. We would be a very large underdog if it was just blue-red GPG, because we can't stop GPG stuff from happening, but we can like easily stop all that goblin crap. Yeah, Loco Dope. It seems like he was playing mono red goblins splashing blue for Champion of Wits. So, like, we sideboarded very wrong. He showed us nothing game one to even remotely indicate that's what he was doing. Yeah, so it's another day that we can't cash a league. It's the third day in a row or whatever. I guess we'll keep this hand. It's good enough. He didn't have an island, but we don't know that he had an island game or round one or pre-board either. Nah, I'll definitely concede to my opponent even if we're close to winning. Hopefully he doesn't just go turn 3 champion or turn 2 champion, because if he goes turn 2 champion, the game's over pretty much. Doesn't play any of this thing this turn. Am I supposed to Fopter arrest this? Or is that not good enough? Probably just not good enough. He's got a blossoming defense. We can just die, or we just can get wrecked here. Don't do it, opponent. Don't use your blossoming defense to kill my Toolcraft Exemplar. He is going to use his blossoming defense to kill my Toolcraft Exemplar. Not the biggest fan of that play either. Hey, this is a card we can't beat. Might be able to beat it this game, though. Guess I'll hold him back. I don't want to take elf beats right now. We're too busy trying to set things up. Oh, cool. Another one of those. Fun. Oh, we're probably dead now. Probably pretty darn close to dead now. Card's pretty good, but it's definitely jammed in too many decks. So we can't even double block the champion. That's unfortunate. Yeah, looks like we're taking 7 damage here. Untapped land would have been nice. That's not an untapped land. Things that can block. Hooray. Yeah, Resilience really nice. Top 5 magma spray targets. I'm in with that. We've got a decent wall set up now. He needs something to break through it. He may force us to throw away the Hardikirin this turn or something, and that's not even that bad. Because then we get the Karn. I feel like opponent would have ran away with this game had he just not wasted his blossoming defense. Opponent has no reasonable attacks, I guess. Oh, never mind. Opponent has a reasonable attack. Maybe that means he has blossoming defense. I'm not sure. I'll definitely throw the Hardikirin under it if given the chance. Of course. Why would I have a chance? Nice draw, opponent. This game's close to over now. Not too much I can even do about Doronis. Next turn, maybe we're going to attack with the Effort Spirit Harvester and start gaining millions of life. But probably not. If he has a land, I'd say there's a good chance this thing is just attacking for 9. I gotta find a way to kill it. Which I guess is still these two, but... Alright, maybe opponent don't have that great of attacks. Yeah, I guess he still does. The Hardikirin plus the Still Leaf Champion combined to screw me up. You're just attacking with it. You're attacking my face. So let's assume he can give this 6 on the toughness. So I'm going to put at least 6 in front of it. Guess I'll crew you. That's not attacking. Kinda don't want to throw this away, but... So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 technically. We would be taking no damage. 4, 7. So there's no reason to even put that in combat. Just put these in combat. Sure. Nobody cares. Maybe that means he drew another Hardikirin. Or maybe not. I shall make another million. Shall attack you with some number of flyers. I clicked the wrong button again. I shall attack you with some number of flyers. And by some number, I mean probably just the 4/4. I could have pumped it up with Pia, but I want to be able to pump up whatever I block to kill the Still Leaf Champion. That gives me more options. It's probably wrong. I probably should have done an extra 3 damage there. Because I do kind of have like 14 damage into 2 constructs that can like come over and dance. They can dance like there's no tomorrow. Just dance. Yeah, I feel like I should have just pumped it up. That was probably wrong. Alright, so you can make that thing like really big. Just gonna block with both constructs. Karn's definitely doing work this game. Let's see what Karn finds. I guess they go over here. Oh, cool, a land. Nice. Happy to see. Happy to see that land. Grr. Crew from Brohim here. Alright. Since we're no longer worried about his game or ground game, I guess we just start making this thing get really big. Attack you with 2-turn clock. Yeah, our Karn put 2 7/7s on the table this game. Our opponent also mulliganed and didn't have land drop 2. Gotta keep everything in perspective. I think I like all of these. If I'm bringing in those, that means I feel like I like this as well. Definitely don't want these metallic rebukes. Don't think I'm on the offense this game, so want everything that can potentially block one of those stupid things. Which makes me kind of just want all of these, but like, I'm just gonna take them out. They've been bad this whole tournament. Tell opponent not to scoop in case we get in a spot where we could accidentally win. Because we certainly don't want to win like that. Don't want to knock anybody out of anything. You could just play more Karns. Should definitely probably have more Karns anyway. For those who care, apparently you can make 5% back on your TCG player orders. Maybe I should link you all to my TCG player shop. There's nothing on my TCG player shop worth buying though, so we won't do that. But not mine. I've got your money in the past, son. I've got your money in the past. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It's money you're never getting back either. Or also. I also have your full Moldrotha. English. English, Ray. Ooh, this sounds great. We have 2 Lyras. Sure wish these weren't legendary, but I'm glad that they're better than Baneslayer. Yeah, he's gonna kill the first one in his mono green deck. Oh yeah. Change that to 7 cents. Change that to 6 cents. Now we're the cheapest vanquishing banners. No! Homie! Homie. Is it ever okay to play this and just throw it away to look for a land? I say no. Maybe it was right to throw this away for a land because we have so many coming to play tap lands. I have like a ton of coming to play tap lands. That could just be wrong. Like how we're playing, I'm just like casually repricing everything on TCG Player. I will block you. You just wait. Which I probably won't block you. Oh god! Alright, well we're gonna block something. Untap lands? Did we get there? Guess what, guys? We didn't get there. Are we dead? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, we are dead. Maybe he won't sack the Oasis. He doesn't sack the Oasis, we can theoretically get another turn. And then we have to draw like a Glacial Fortress, Clifftop Retreat, Plains, or like Spire of Poopistries. Alright. I just hope he doesn't have Blossoming Defense or a Walking Ballista then. I don't think I'm dead, am I? No, it's just 18. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, homie. Yeah, 1 life. We got outs. We got outs. That's not one of them. Alright. That's not one of them. Do I just run it back? I think I just run it back. Well, if it counts. Rip. Well, that didn't work out very well for us, did it? You have to imagine that the deck with 6 Wrath of God effects is pretty good versus the deck with a bunch of little green bros. But we'll see. Alright, we'll keep. We have a wreckage that can do settling things. That was that as dumb as it sounded? Boom. Currently can't play our 5-drops, but that's okay. The heck? Come on, brah. I like it. Currently can't play our 5-drops. No, not a 5-4. Okay, not a 5-4. It's just a, 4-3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that Inspiring Vantage getting in right on time. Well, this is just excellent. Oh, and he's got things to play. 4 mana of things. Wah, 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 wah. If we cut out of synergy and played some good cards. I feel like we could have done a lot better this league had we just drawn our cards in different orders. Maybe our opponent will get ballsy and attacks with it all. It's looking like it. Get ready to get wrecked, friend. Ooh, how's it feel? Taste it. Taste it. Got him. The hell's this? I don't care about that thing. JK, I care about that thing a lot. Maybe he will not play around the second set. What's up, Heath? Just in time to watch us potentially get wrecked. What in the world's this thing? He left a green man up? How did you do with Jorah? Did they just not draw counter spells? Oh, hello. I cast you. You're good. Sure, it costs 12. Ah, I guess that means opponent has a blossoming defense, so I will take 4. And I will attack back for more than 4. It's getting so much worse. Yeah, so what happens if they have blossoming defense? So we go up to 17, we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh god, we died to so many things if they have blossoming defense. So many things. You know what? Let's see them. That was if we just like kill this. Well, that doesn't work. Might as well just kill this. So 4, 10, 14. Yeah, so many things kill us. Show me. Alright, they showed us. So, hashtag Oasis and we're dead? Hey, it's not a hashtag Oasis. And I feel fine. I feel less fine. I feel much more fine. Whatever. So if I block that and kill that, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm technically alive still. And we just win on our next turn. Well, we thought they had it. Like, they played and made it seem like we had it. Or made it seem like they had it. Also, things just let us win here. Hashtag Oasis is a good one. Oh gosh, hashtag Oasis is a great one. That kills us. If he puts it on the right target, we're dead. If he puts it on a Brontodon, we're just dead, right? So we blocked a Brontodon and we would take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if he puts it on a Brontodon, the game's over. That's unfortunate. We did the best we could. Maybe he'll put it on the Resilient Kenra? No. He didn't, so we're just dead. That's unfortunate. We die Xaxes. You can sacrifice this to kill this too, so we don't gain life. Just dead. Alright, well, we got crushed. That is it for us. We have been defeated. So, yeah, was not digging this deck at all. This deck did not seem great. He was playing mono green with the splash of what do you call it? Scrap Heap Scrounger. Let's take these out. Let's take. So I am going to do another league tonight, but I have to get the cards from Mana Traders and return the cards to Mana Traders. So it will take a moment. Weird. My website's not working. No, I think it did in the end. Anyway. We're going to play some green-white for the next... It'll take 2 or 3 minutes, actually. 4, maybe 5, who knows. Depends on how slow it is. They're usually pretty quick. For anybody who cares, it is this deck. See you, Silent. Even though we're playing the deck I think you wanted me to play. Wait, where'd the trade go? There's supposed to be a trade box. Wait, what? Just not going to accept it because I didn't put it in the full trade binder? Alright, well there it is. Thank you. I have to start the stream over in a second too. And Standard's expensive right now. So we can delete that. Empty our wish list, just in case we messed it up somehow. What are we playing? So I said we're playing the green-white mid-range deck. So add missing cards to wish list. Export. Empty deck. Upload deck. It's pretty quick and easy. I should be showing all this on stream for those who are considering getting Mana Traders. Apparently I still have 9 cards that I forgot to return. I didn't take some of the irrigated farmlands and the braids back for some reason. I still have them, or is that just a bug? No, I still have them. It's just a bug. Or not a bug. That's weird. It should be opening up trade with us. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no. That's not right at all. Why is this doing this? I'm confused. Sorry if I'm not looking at the chat right now. Don't think this will have the cards I want in it. Yeah, it doesn't, does it? It's trying to give me the other deck back. Don't know how to cancel that off either. Yeah, maybe we won't be doing another league tonight. Work? Ah, there they come. Now it's starting to work. Okay. So, what have I missed? I'll watch the VOD. I have no idea, Heath. She just played Blue-White Approach. Hey, Dalton. What's up, man? You smashed me pretty hard. Sorry about that. I wasn't actually getting to look at the chat there for a second. Trying to get a different deck. Spend a lot of money on Apple products and hate yourself. Man, Super Friends is kind of cool, too. Hey, Dong. What's up, man? So, this is the deck we're going to be playing as soon as I get the cards. Let me rearrange this stuff over here. It is a pretty good player's deck, so I figured we'd give it a try. Confused about the treasure maps in it. I think I'd rather just have another Shauna, but what do I know? Anyway, I have to restart the stream, so I'll be back in about a minute-ish. Thanks, guys, for stopping by tonight, though.